Hello beautiful people of the world! Today I'm coming at you with another video, and this one is all of my car crash experiences in the form of a story time video, because I think that driving has to be taken very seriously, and like people that are getting their car permits now, like if you guys are young, I really strongly suggest for you guys to please drive carefully and take it from my experience. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I was finishing my last HSC exam, and Stan, my current boyfriend, but he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, he picked me up from my high school and we were driving back to my house. There was a yellow light and he could totally made it, but he didn't. He decided to stop, and he stopped kind of at the near of the intersection sort of, but he had enough time and he had enough space to kind of stop without it being like a crazy thing. But the person behind him wasn't either paying attention or just assumed that Stan would go, and he hit the brakes pretty late. He rammed into Stan's car and we got a little bit of whiplash, but we were fine, like it was okay, but we had to call the police and we had to sort out all of the details and stuff like that, because it really was a car crash. Like, he crashed like behind him and there was like a lot of compensation needing to be done, and it could have happened so that the guy wasn't paying attention at all. He could have just rammed right into us without braking at all. So I always tell this story to my friends because this is the most traumatizing experience I've had with car crashes. It included me running people over, and it was so scary. Not only could I have hurt myself, I could have hurt my dad sitting in the passenger seat, and I could have hurt passengers. So the whole story is that I was on my learning permit, which kind of explains things and kind of tells you guys to be very careful on your learner's permit. So I was driving and I was standing on the road and I had to turn left, and you know how, I don't know if this is in America, but in Australia some traffic lights don't tell you to turn left. It says green, like to go straight, but it also means that you can turn left only when all the passengers have gone past. Now it was nighttime, it was very dark, it was very dimly lit, so I could barely see a single thing, and it said turn like straight, go straight, or turn left as there's no passengers. Now I didn't know that, or I forgot, or I was so nervous that I wasn't thinking of it at the time. I just was thinking of how I could like turn left properly. So two things happened in that moment. I turned left, but instead of going onto my lane, I went into oncoming traffic on the next lane. Now I am so confused about like American lanes or whatever, but my way should have been left of the lane, like not right, sort of, like if you know what I mean. So I had to turn left to my lane the furthest to the left, but I went to the very right, and that was oncoming traffic, and I like turned and I nearly crashed into a car that was waiting at the traffic light to go straight, which it wasn't telling him to go straight so far, but I just turned and I nearly touched him. There were people crossing the road as I was turning. To the left and to the right of me, people were walking, but then they saw that a car was turning, and then they just kind of jumped out like very fast, because they could have gotten ran over if they just kept walking, or they weren't paying attention, or they had like music in their ears and they couldn't hear anything. I could have killed someone. And that is a very scary thought to have in your mind. So please, again, I'm like a YouTube mother, be careful on the road, please. I started like crying instantaneously because it's like a 16-year-old girl. I just backed off, reversed, like my dad was telling me what to do, and then I just went my way. You guys, so you know how like everyone loves Snapchat, right? Like you go on Snapchat, I go on Snapchat, everyone goes on Snapchat. By the way, add me on Snapchat. I am Meow Rita on Snapchat. You will love me. I post every single day, but like I'm not like an annoying YouTuber that posts like literally, you know what I hate? I hate when YouTubers like talk to you on Snapchat. Like that's not what Snapchat is about. Like if you want to talk to us, like make a YouTube video. Snapchat is about what you're doing in the particular moment. Anyways, you know how they have the Snapchat don't snap and drive thing? They should have fucking started that as soon as Snapchat became a thing, because okay, this was ages ago. Like this wasn't like recent, but it was like a year ago, I think, or two. So I was driving and it was like 11 p.m. so I knew that there was no cars or anything, like it was fine. Okay, I wasn't Snapchatting while waiting for the traffic light. I was Snapchatting while I was driving. Like, I was like holding one wheel and then I was having my phone there, like Snapchatting, like, oh hey guys, like I'm driving, like I am such a fucking cool ass bitch that nearly fucking died while snapping, like, well done, reader. Don't ask me why I have a selfie stick in my hand, but I'll answer anyways. This is what I use to focus, you know, the professional blurriness around me. Yeah, that's used to focus. So the story didn't even finish there, my friends. I was snapping and driving and I thought I had everything under control, and then for some reason my concentration fell away from driving and it leaned more towards Snapchat, and I just realized that two things have happened in my life that caused me to nearly die because of Snapchat. And I don't have a lot of instances in my life where I like can say that I've like had like a life-threatening thing happen to me, but I feel like most of them have been from Snapchat. Snapchat evil? Anyways, and I started fucking swerving onto oncoming traffic. I mean, there was no cars, so it was like an empty lane, but I was still fucking swerving off the fucking lane. Like, bitch, I didn't stay in my lane, and bitch, you gotta stay in your motherfucking lane, homie. Anyways, I started swerving. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And ever since that incident, I have not been Snapchatting while driving. Like, that shit is not good. Like, no. Moral of the story is, check for idiots on the road, check for yourself as being the idiot, and just drive carefully and don't be overconfident on the road. Just always know that something bad can happen and you will be sweet, my loves. I feel like I was like a mother in this YouTube video. If it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you all so very much. Make sure to subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday. I just want to give you guys just a little bit of inspiration to do something great every single day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye. Stay smart. What the fuck is this?